Hello, my dear students. This is Venkateshwarlu, PGT Physics, the Nandal Public School. Today I will discuss about last part 11 of current electricity. So this part is last part of this chapter. Okay. So I already explained each problem which is related to content. Be careful about problems for NEET and JEE apparent students. Be careful. So in NEET and JEE, physics plays very important role, and be careful to read, to study the physics. In a potentiometer arrangement, a cell of EMF 2.25 volts gives a balance point at 30 centimeter length of the wire. If the cell is replaced by another cell and the balance point shift to 60 centimeters, what is the EMF of the second cell? Coming to problem. So in this problem they given two EMFs E1 and E2. They given the value of E1. Okay. So and L1, L2. Okay, here in this problem we have to find EMF2. According to given data, E1 is equal to 2.25 volts. 2.25 volts. L1 is equal to 30 centimeters. L1 is equal to 30 centimeters. E2, we have to find E2 in this case. And L2 is equal to 60 centimeters. Okay, so how we can find E2? Okay, based on the formula of previous derivation, that is applications of potentiometer, first one, to compare the EMF of the cells. Okay, so what is that formula? E2 divided by E1 is equal to L1 by L2. This is the formula. So by using this formula, E1 divided by E2 is equal to L1 divided by L2. Okay, so now we have to find E2. E2 is equal to, by rearranging this, E2 is equal to L2 divided by L1 into E1. Okay, E2 is equal to L2 60 by 30 into 2.25. Okay, 0 cancel, 3 1s, 3 2s. Okay, understand? 2 into 2.25. 2 into 2.25. So we can get 4.5 volts. Answer is 4.5 volts. We can get E2 value is 4.5 volts. 4.5 volts. Coming to potentiometer second application. To measure internal resistance of the cell. Okay. So first one is to compare EMF. Second one is to measure the internal resistance of a cell. Okay. So this is the circuit diagram. Okay. We know that potentiometer, just we have to modify. We can remove one EMF and we can add some additional resistance to the first one. We can add some additional resistance instead of E2 EMF. Okay, so AB is 1 meter rod and AB wire and 100 centimeters and 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 400. So from here we can have one wire, connecting wire. Here this connecting wire can split. One is E1 EMF, another one is resistance. Okay, resistance. In this resistance you have to take 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohms like that. Here we can arrange K2, K2 denoted key 2. Okay, understand? So these two wires are adding at one point, that too from that galvanometer and external resistance. In previous case also we have to add some external resistance. Okay, so and jacket J. Okay, so from A to ammeter, battery, rheostat. Okay, so how we can measure an internal resistance of cell? Okay, see, first we have to arrange a circuit diagram like this. Okay, so here in previous case we have to take E1 and E2. Here in this case we can take only one EMF. Okay, so this is battery. Here we can take one EMF. Okay, and another one resistance box. So this we can say this is additional resistance. Okay, so coming to first one, what we need to do? Okay, when K2 is open, K2 open means the current passing through EMF only. The current passing through EMF only. Here K2 is open means the current passing through A, E, G or J. Okay, understand? When K2 open, the current passing from A to E, G or J. Okay, so we can take jacking and slide over the wire. Okay, so from 0 to 400, while moving jacking on the wire. Look at particular point we can get the galvanometer shows null deflection. Null deflection means no deflection. When it comes means the current passing through galvanometer shows 0, means you can get null deflection. Okay, so that length we can say that is L1. E is directly proportional to L. E is equal to 5 into L1. Okay, this is equation 1. Okay, understand? Okay, first we can open key K2 and the current passing through E1. We can get the null point at particular length. That particular length is called L1. And K2 is closed. When K2 is closed. K2 is closed means that sum of the current passing through E and sum of the current passing through S. Okay, understand? And K2. Okay, this K2 is closed. And again these two currents are adding at one point. After that the current passing through galvanometer, resistance box and jack. Okay, so like previous, okay, we have to take that jack and slide over it on the metal wire at particular length on the potentiometer. We can get the null deflection. Okay, understand? At particular length, at different length. So at that point the galvanometer shows null deflection. Okay, so we have to measure that length. Say it is L2. Okay, so when K2 is closed, the current passing through both E and some additional resistance, and these two currents meets at one point. This is passing through galvanometer and resistance box, and while moving jacking on the wire, At particular point we can get the galvanometer null deflection. We can measure that particular length. Say it is L2. Say it is L2. So what is that condition? K2 is closed. So that we have to take here V. Okay, this total termed V is directly proportional to L2, and V is equal to 5 L2. This is equation 2. This is equation 2. Then equation 1 by 2. Then equation 1 by 2. Equation 1 by 2. Equation 1 by 2. Equation 1 by 2 we can get E by V is equal to 5 L1 divided by 5 L2. Okay, 5 gets cancelled. E by V is equal to L1 by L2. Okay, this is equation 3. Okay, so this is equation 3. According to the formula of internal resistance, what is the formula of internal resistance? Small r is equal to E by V minus 1 into capital R. Understand? This is the formula for internal resistance. This is the formula for internal resistance. Okay, so equation 3 we can substitute in this formula. We can get internal resistance small r is equal to E by V. Instead of E by V, we can take L1 by L2. L1 by L2 minus 1 into R. So by using this formula, we have to find internal resistance of the cell by using potentiometer. A cell can be balanced against 110 cm and 100 cm of potentiometer wire respectively when in open circuit and when short circuit through a resistance of 10 ohms. Find the internal resistance of the cell. Problem. So in the problem they given two lengths L1 and L2. L1 is 110 centimeter. L1 is equal to 110 centimeters. L2 is equal to 100 centimeters. 100 centimeters. And R resistance, external resistance, it is denoted R. R is equal to 10 ohms. R is equal to 10 ohms. Okay. See here in this problem we have to find the internal resistance of the cell. Internal resistance of the cell. How we can find the internal resistance of the cell? Okay, by the applications of potentiometer. So by using formula internal resistance R is equal to E by V minus 1 into capital R. Okay, so by using potentiometer we can get R is equal to L1 divided by L2 minus 1 into R. So from the applications of potentiometer we can get E by V is equal to L1 by L2. Okay, so small r is equal to what is L1? L1 110 divided by L2 100 minus 1 into R 10. 0 gets cancelled. Small r is equal to 11 minus 10 divided by 10 into 10. 10 gets cancelled. 11 minus 10 1 ohm. The internal resistance of the cell is 1 ohm. Problem in a meter bridge with R and S in the gaps. The null point is found at 40 centimeter from A. If the resistance of 30 ohms is connected in parallel with S, the null point occurs at 50 centimeter from A. Determine the value of R and S. Problem in a meter bridge with R and S in the gaps, R and S in the gaps, the null point is found at 40 centimeters from A. Okay, if the resistance of 30 ohms is connected in parallel with S, if we can add 30 ohms with S, we can get the null deflection at 50 centimeters from A. Okay, determine the value of R and S. Okay, so coming to part 1. Part 1 means first with the help of R and S we have to find some ratio. Okay, we know that meter bits will use the unknown resistance and comparing the two resistances. Okay, see what is the balancing condition of Vision bridge? P by Q is equal to R by S. So with the help of the balanced condition of Vision bridge, by using this we have to find the unknown resistance in the meter bridge. Okay, so R by S is equal to L divided by 100 minus L. 100 minus L. Here RS divided which is equal to L. So the length from A from jacket to point A we can get 40 centimeters by using R and S resistance. Okay, here L is equal to 40. R by S is equal to 40 divided by 100 minus 40. Okay, 40 divided by 100 minus 40. 40 divided by 60. 0 cancel. 2 2s, 2 3s. 2 by 3. R by S is equal to 2 by 3. Okay, this is the ratio. So after this, so we have to add 30 ohms resistance with S. We can add parallelly. We can add 30 ohms parallelly with S resistance. What will happen? Okay, the length is 50 centimeter. The length is, if we can add 30 ohms parallelly with S resistance. Okay, now the null deflection will changes. Its name here in this problem they given 50 centimeters. 50 centimeters. Okay, so by using parallel formula we have to find the equivalent of the effective resistance of these two resistors which are connected in parallel. Okay, according to question, 30 ohms resistance they are at parallelly with S. Okay, so once again we can use balancing condition, that is R divided by so this 30 ohms and S ohm which are connected series, the effective resistance we can denote it R effective which is equal to 50 divided by 100 minus 50. Okay, from the formula R by S is equal to L divided by 100 minus L. Like that, L 50 divided by 100 minus L. 50 divided by 100 minus 50. We can get 50 by 50. 1. Okay, here how we can find R effective? Okay, here R effective is equal to 1 by 30 ohm plus 1 by S ohms. Okay, rearrange this, we can get 30 plus S divided by 30 into S. So this value is reciprocal. 1 by R effective is equal to 30 plus S divided by 30 into S. So we need to find only R effective. Only R effective. Okay. R effective is equal to 30S divided by 30 plus S. Okay. This R effective can substitute here. R divided by R effective means R divided by 30S divided by 30 plus S. So by using this we have to find two resistances. Okay, R divided by R effective. R effective. So R effective means the resultant resistance of 30 ohms is connected parallel with S. 30S divided by 30 plus S is equal to 50 by 50 1. R is equal to this part we can send right side 1 into 30S divided by 30 plus S. Okay, 1 into 30S divided by 30 plus S. This S we can send left side. R divided by S is equal to 30 divided by 30 plus S. Okay. So from previous one we can get R by S is equal to some ratio 2 by 3. From previous we can get R by S is equal to 2 by 3. So here we can substitute 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is equal to 30 divided by 30 plus S. 30 plus S. Okay. 2 ones to 2 15s. Okay. According to cross multiplication, we can get 30 plus S. This part we can send left side. 3 into 15. 45. S is equal to 45 minus 30 is equal to 15 ohms. Okay, S is equal to 15 ohms. Okay, so with the help of the S, 15 ohms by using R by S is equal to 2 by 3. From this we have to find R value. We have to find R value. Okay, so from the ratio R by S is equal to 2 by 3. R is equal to 2 by 3 into S. 2 by 3 into S. What is S? 15. 15. 3 ones, 3 fives. Okay, 2 ones, 2 fives, 10. 10 ohms. Here resistance R is equal to 10 ohms. Okay. See from this formula, by using this meter bits condition with the help of resistance bits, we have to find S resistance is 15 ohms and R is 10 ohms. Very important problem. Coming to difference between potentiometer and voltmeter. Serial number 1, potentiometer, voltmeter. First point, potentiometer is based on null deflection method. Okay, so if potentiometer shows null deflection, we can measure the length like that. Coming to voltmeter, voltmeter is based on the deflection method. Okay, no null point method. Coming to second point, potentiometer measures the EMF of cell very accurately. Means by using potentiometer we can measure EMF of a cell accurately. Coming to voltmeter, voltmeter measures the EMF of a cell approximately. Okay, so by using voltmeter we can measure EMF of a cell approximately. Coming to third point, while measuring EMF, it does not draw any current from the source of known EMF. Means while measuring or while comparing EMF, the current from the source, so it will not take from the source. Means it means the current will not use the potentiometer while measuring. Coming to voltmeter, while measuring EMF, it draws some current from the source of EMF. Okay, so we can measure any EMF of cell. Voltmeter can consume some source. While measuring EMF, the resistance of potentiometer becomes infinite. Okay, so the potentiometer resistance is, it becomes infinite. While here coming to voltmeter, while measuring EMF, the resistance of galvanometer is high but finite. Okay, coming to potentiometer. Potentiometer can be used for various purposes. Voltmeter can use only to measure EMF or potential difference. Potentiometer, its sensitivity is high. Voltmeter, its sensitivity is low. Of current, electricity. First one, electric current. It is defined as the rate of flow of electric charge through any cross-section area of conductor, that is I is equal to dq by dt or I is equal to q by t. The directed rate of flow of electric charge through any cross-section of a conductor is known as electric current. I is equal to q by t. We know that q is equal to Na. N is number of electrons, E is charge of electron. Next, current density. It is the ratio of the current at a point in a conductor to the area of cross section of the conductor at that point. J is equal to I by A. Current density is vector quantity. Coming to Ohm's law. At constant temperature, the potential difference V across the ends of a given metallic wire in an circuit is directly proportional to the current flowing through it. That is, V is proportional to I. VI graph, it is linear. The variation of current with respect to applied potential difference is shown with the help of given graph. V is equal to IR. R is resistance of the conductor. Flow of electric charges in metallic conductors. In case of solid conductor, large number of free electrons causes the strong current in them. In the case of a liquid conductor, movement of positive and negative charged ions causes the electric current. Resistance of a conductor. Mathematically, it is the ratio of potential difference applied across the ends of conductor to the current flowing through it. R is equal to V by I. SI unit of resistance is ohm, that is symbol. Resistance can also be written as R is equal to rho L by A. L, length of the conductor. A, area of cross section. Rho, constant, known as resistivity of material. It is depends upon nature of the material. Effect of temperature on the resistance. For metals, resistance increases with rise in the temperature. For insulators and semiconductors, resistance decrease with rise in temperature. For alloys, temperature coefficient of resistance is small. Temperature coefficient of resistance is given by alpha is equal to R2 minus R1 divided by R1 T2 minus T1. Alpha is temperature coefficient of resistance. R2 is resistance at T2 temperature. R1 resistance at T1 temperature. T1, T2, two temperatures. Drift velocity. It is defined as the average velocity with which the free electrons move towards the positive end of a conductor under the influence of an external electric field applied. Vd is equal to small e capital E by m into tau. tau relaxation time, E electric field, m mass, and E charge of electron. Relation between drift velocity and electric field. It is given by I is equal to NEA Vd. N number density of free electrons. E charge of electronic charge. A cross sectional area. Vd drift velocity of an electron. The ratio of drift velocity of electrons and the applied electric field is known as mobility. Mu is equal to Vd by E. After cancellation, we can get Q tau by M. SI unit is meter square second inverse volt inverse. Resistivity. It is the resistance of a unit length with unit area of cross section of the material of the conductor. Color code of resistance. The color code on carbon resistor remains in the form of coaxial rings. Combination of resistances. In series combination, equivalent resistance of n number of resistors is given by R equivalence is equal to R1 plus R2 plus and so on plus Rn. In parallel combination, equivalent resistance of n number of resistances is given by 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus and so on plus 1 by Rn. Electrical energy and power. Electrical energy is the total work done in maintaining the electric current in the given circuit for a specified time. Electrical power is the rate of electrical energy supplied per unit time to maintain flow of electric current through conductor. Internal resistance and electromotive force of a cell. Electromotive force EMF E. It is the maximum potential difference between two terminals of circuit when circuit is open. Internal resistance small r. The resistance offered by the electrolyte of the cell to the flow of current through it. Terminal potential difference V. It is the maximum potential difference between two terminals of circuit when the circuit is closed. Relationship between small r internal resistance, capital R external resistance, E EMF and V potential difference is small r is equal to capital R into E by V minus 1. V is equal to E minus IR, that is equal to E divided by small r plus capital R into R. Combination of cells. In series grouping, current is given by I is equal to NE divided by R plus NR. In parallel grouping, current is given by I is equal to ME by R plus MR, where M is the number of cells which are arranged parallel. In mixed grouping, current is given by I is equal to MNE divided by NR plus MR, N small r plus M capital R. Kirchhoff rules. Kirchhoff first law, also called junction rule. The algebraic sum of the currents meeting at a point in an electrical circuit is always 0. Second law, loop rule. The algebraic sum of changes in potential around any closed loop involving resistors and the cells in the loop is 0. Wheatstone bridge. It is an arrangement of 4 resistances used to measure one of them in terms of other 3. The bridge is said to be balanced when the galvanometer shows 0 deflection. The balance condition is P by Q is equal to R by S. In NCERT books they given R1 by R2 is equal to R3 by R4. Next, meter bits. It is also known as slide wire bits. It is a practical form of Wheatstone bits. The unknown resistance is given by S is equal to R into 100 minus L by L. Potentiometer. It is an apparatus used to compare EMFs of two cells or to measure the internal resistance of a cell. Comparison of the EMF of two cells E1 by E2 is equal to L1 by L2, where L1 L2 are the balancing lengths corresponding to cell of EMF E1 and E2 respectively. Comparison of the internal resistance of a primary cell, small r is equal to R into L1 by L2 minus 1, where L1 and L2 are balancing length and R is applied resistance. Okay, my dear children, here the entire current electricity chapter completed. Okay, so I am explained along the content. Problems also explained. Be careful about that. Thank you, my dear student.